Hello and welcome to my video. This one is based on Beetle Juice. That is right, it is Beetle Juice. I'm just gonna say it one more time. Beetle Juice. Oh, 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 oh. Now my last video I did was Joker, and I didn't want to do a jacket and trousers again for this one, so I decided I want to do some kind of dress, and I've ended up with something like this. And then for the makeup and hair, I wasn't quite sure, so I've kind of done a rough sketch, but I've ended up just Pinteresting it and see what happens. So I got this Rapunzel doll from the flea market. She's not in the best of shape. All her hair's pretty much gone, so I reckon some kids just chopped it all off. And she's pretty grubby actually, so yeah, not great. The button doesn't work either. Anyway, so I'm just going to have her wipe down with a wet wipe, and I think she's going to turn out alright. Yeah, not too bad. Now it's time for Rapunzel to go for a little swim. Yep, here you go, in some boiling hot water. Actually, I use this method to take her head off. It makes it easier for the doll head to come off. You can also use a hairdryer method, but sometimes I like using water method. So I'm just trimming her hair a bit more to make it easier to all pull out. I use a flathead screwdriver, and then I use tweezers to actually pull all of it from the inside. So yeah, there was a lot of hair inside the head, a lot. But now she's nice and bold. So I'm using acetone to remove the hair and the makeup on her face, and I'm going to get ready for painting. So I start off with the roots, so I'm painting it the same color as the hair, which will be green, and I use acrylic paint. I use nail polish to stop the acrylic paint from crackling when I do the hair rerouting, otherwise it just starts flaking. So I'm going to reroute her hair now. I start with the oil to kind of increase the hole size, and yeah, this happened when I was using this. This is a new tool. This doesn't normally happen. So I'm just going to show you again. I just push it with the hair rerouting tool and it goes in, and normally it does work. Normally the needle doesn't come out. And voila, I've done the two-tone hair and I really like it. Not quite sure what I want to do with it at this point, but she has a lot of hair. So I know her hair's sticking up a lot right now, so I'm just going to cover it all up first in some clean, I can't remember what it's called, clean film? It's called clean film. And then I am going to put it in boiling water to kind of flatten it all down before I start painting her face. I'm just cleaning up her face with some acetone because there were some green marks left over from when I was painting the roots of her head. So I'm using Mr. Super Clear as a base coat so that my paints and pastels will stick better. When I was doing this, I didn't want to do the same makeup for my Joker video, which was kind of white face with big dark eyes, which is kind of what the Beetle Juice has. So I kind of Pinterest Beetle Juice makeup because I wanted something a bit more interesting. And I came up and I saw this, which was like big purple eyes, big purple lips, and green kind of contouring. So that's where I've got this idea from. Now, when I was spraying, unfortunately, the clean film had covered the edges, so I need to redo it. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm actually going through the edges again, especially with this part. I'm actually contouring with the green pan pastels. I use pan pastels because they're kind of good, kind of to give this kind of powdered effect, kind of like eyeshadow, rather than something like really smooth. So I will start using acrylic paints. I'm using purple to match the eyeshadow. I really like it. I think it looks really cute. Just giving her small little dainty lips. And I'm going to start penciling the eyebrows. Now, because I've coated this with Mr. Super Clear, I can't actually clean it off again with acetone if I make a mistake, because basically it will go through all the layers. So I have to kind of do it like once and that's it. Like I can kind of rub it off, but I can't really like clean it away if I'm kind of done a big mistake. So yeah, all of this was kind of a little bit nerve-wracking. Not nerve-wracking, but like, yeah, I was hoping that it would turn out right in the first go, because otherwise I'd have to rub it all out. And I am so happy with the results. It's taken me a really long time to get this good, and I'm still not there. Like, don't get me wrong, like the eyes aren't perfect, but they're so much better from what I did before. Little things like this, little things like doing a white eye-lined kind of a cut crease, it's taking me ages, and I actually still don't do the top eyelashes. I don't do the bottom eyelashes. I only do top eyelashes because in my past videos, if you watch them, they've always made like big mistakes. So that is why I only do like the top 4 eyeline. I can't remember what it's called. Eyelashes. So yeah, I'm pretty much finished now. She looks really good apart from the black mark on the hair, but that's fine. So I'm gonna style her hair now. I'm gonna flatten it down a little bit with a wet cloth and an iron. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure how this was gonna turn out, but I just decided to just see how the hair moves and then go that way with it. I've wet the hair a bit and I'm gonna use straighteners to get a bit more shape and volume. You literally just hold it down and you kind of direct it. Make sure if you do this that the hair is heat resistant, because standard Barbie hair, like on the actual Barbie, isn't heat resistant, but this one is. So please just check beforehand, otherwise it will melt and it will just frizzle out. Anyway, but yeah, I tried it on this one, it looks good, and this is the end result, which I'm really happy with. So I need to do the body the same as the face. So I'm going to use Mr. Super Clear, and I'm using white pan pastels again to kind of match the face. I'm using green again to contour it, just some lines around the neck and around the chest, and I use purple as well to get a bit more highlight. And she looks quite good. I'm also doing the nails because I just like doing them, really. Time to put the head and the body together. This bit can be quite nerve-wracking, but luckily she turned out alright, so yay! With the fabric, I didn't have any at hand that was black and white stripe, so I decided to make my own. So I just got some white cotton and a black pen, and I just went back and forth. And this doesn't actually take too long. This took about an hour. I just watched some RuPaul while I was doing this, so yeah, it was quite easy to do. It's quite relaxing actually, to be fair. And yeah, I think it turned out alright. So here are the pattern pieces for the dress that I'm going to make. I'm going to cut them all out, and I will start with the bodice. So start off by sewing the darts together, and then I'll sew the 2 pieces together to create the top bodice, something like this. With the skirt, I'm having a ruffle, so I'm outlining where I want the ruffle to be with a blue pencil. And I'm just going to gather some strips and top stitch it onto the skirt, and I'll have something like this. Attach the 2 top pieces together, and voila, I have this dress. I'm going to add a ruffle on top, so I'm just sewing a channel to put an elastic in, and then once I have that, I'm going to top stitch that to the top of the dress. Once they're all done, I will get something beautiful like this. And now I put it onto the doll, and sometimes this is a bit nerve-wracking because I don't know if everything has turned out until I do this point. But luckily she looks very nice. So I now just gonna do the shoes and then it'll be finished. So I started off with something like this, my little Rapunzel doll, and I ended up with something like this, my little female Beetle Juice, and I think she looks really cute. I'm really happy with her. If you like her and you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please leave any comments or any tips you might have. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.